The negotiation process between Moscow, Washington, and Kiev continues despite the constant provocations by the Kiev regime. Amid Zelensky's claims of the Ukrainian desire for a peaceful settlement, Kiev has increased the number of attacks on civilian targets on Russian territories for the second week in a row. Retreating on the Donbas front lines and ground down in the Russian border regions, the Ukrainian military is specifically targeting civilian infrastructure, trying to destroy as many facilities as possible and kill civilians until it's too late. According to available data, over the past week alone, 150 civilians in the LDPR, Kherson, Belgorod, and Kursk regions have suffered from the attacks of the Ukrainian armed forces. 16 people were killed. Amid the ongoing terror, Kiev plays the victim, blaming Russia for alleged attacks on Ukrainian civilians, and Zelensky pretends to look for peace and promises to follow the reached agreements, but they are immediately violated by the Ukrainian military. Despite the agreed suspension of mutual strikes on energy infrastructure, the Ukrainian military attacks did not stop. On the night of March 24th, Ukrainian drones targeted the Kropotkinskaya oil pumping station of the Caspian Pipeline Consortium in the Krasnodar region. The intercepted drones led to a large fire at the Kapkazskaya railway station. At the same time, 4 Ukrainian drones were destroyed on their way to a gas field on the western coast of Crimea. On March 22nd, 2 Ukrainian drones struck a gas distribution station in the Belgorod region. Earlier, the retreating Ukrainian troops destroyed the Sudsa gas metering station in the Kursk region. Contrary to Zelensky's statements, the Ukrainian military does not follow agreements, and the ongoing strikes on Russian energy infrastructure highlights the intractability of the Kiev regime. Despite Ukrainian provocations, Moscow is following the agreement, and Russian forces do not resume strikes on Ukrainian energy facilities, but Russian attacks do not stop pounding Ukrainian military infrastructure. On the night of March 25th, key military infrastructure facilities and logistics hubs of the armed forces of Ukraine came under a new wave of massive strikes. A Russian Iskander-M missile destroyed a Ukrainian command point hidden on the territory of an agricultural enterprise in the Kharkiv region. More than a dozen Russian drones pounded the feed plant, which was turned into a military logistics hub in Izium. About a dozen Russian drones struck the 434th Armory in the Kirovograd region. Russian drone strikes were at military airfields of Vasilikov in the Kiev region and at Uman in the Cherkasy region. The point of temporary deployment and warehouses of Ukrainian forces were also destroyed in the Kiev region. Provocative strikes of the puppet Ukrainian forces have no effect on the situation on the battlefield. They are aimed at inflicting the maximum damage to Russian gas and oil export infrastructure and prolonging the bloodshed, while Russian precision strikes ruin Ukrainian military potential.